Yo, what's good, everybody, man? Salute to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Like the video, subscribe, man. Right now, I would like to just really get into and deep dive for y'all to understand my story with PC and how far we've came and everything we've done together, right? I want to give a major shout out to JD because he just recently came up with a YouTube channel, bro. Let me show this for you guys right here. So yeah, he just recently came out with a YouTube channel, man. So go show him go show him some love and everything. He just did a live stream on how Players Choice broke the internet and everything, right? So go check him out, go show him some love, go like that video and everything so that you can really get a understanding of what was going on, right? There's also other videos going on about me that other people are reacting to as well. Dom Obama and J Rob, and it's fine, man. People are entitled to their own opinions. But I think what's important here, I really didn't want to do a post like this at all. But right here, I just want to give y'all a full story and a full breakdown of at least my time in PC and everything that's happened. Again, I'm not here for y'all to pick sides. I'm not here for y'all to feel bad about me. Again, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care. But my thought process when I came out with the first video was at least to give you guys the respect of knowing what was going on with me and trying my best to keep things as discreet as possible, right? I didn't really want names to be thrown out there. I didn't want people under fire. And I most importantly didn't want people to be picking sides, right? But I mean, it is what it is. We're at this point now and we're gonna go through it, right? And I just want to get through the full story on my time on PC and really what happened, right? And this all started back in 2021, bro. Like such a wild time, bro. It's a long time ago. 2021. I was 22 years old, and for people who don't know, I was actually gonna join the military. I think I said this on a show before, but I was gonna join the military and I was gonna join the Air Force, right? And during that waiting process, I started doing TikToks. And with me doing TikToks, that's how I kind of got into bed with PC because then I sat here and Shaq invited me and we had a good time. He liked it. He kept inviting me. And it was odd what was going on with my process to join the Air Force because for some reason things was just like moving slow. Things kept popping up that was holding me back, like some medical thing, and I was perfectly healthy. It was some medical stuff back when I was a baby, and it just kept slowing down the process. And it's weird because it just like no, like you can't go. Like something was telling me you can't go, you can't go, you can't go, you can't go. Right to the point where the recruiter that I was talking with just dropped me. You feel me? Like I don't know. I gave them the medical records and everything. I had a autopsy and everything to clear myself, and then disappeared. And I was at that time I was in bed with PC, right? Just doing some content with them. And even when I was trying to join the Air Force, it's kind of weird, man. I'm a pretty religious guy, but it's kind of crazy how God works. And son just told me like, no, this ain't really the right step. You feel me? This ain't really the right step. This ain't the thing to do. But in my mind, I was gonna do it anyway. To the point where I was actually on the front door to join the National Guard. You feel me? Like I was on course to join the National Guard and get in bed with them because the Air Force didn't work out, right? But at that time, I'm like 2 months in, like with content with PC, right? 2 months in. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, what should I do? Like, should I do this? Should I not do? Oh, not autopsy. I meant ultrasound. Sorry. Not autopsy, ultrasound. Ultrasound. My bad. Forgot about that. Ultrasound, not autopsy. I had an ultrasound on my stomach and everything. They had to check some things, right? Um, but yeah, I was about to join the National Guard. I'm like, something just told me like, nah, don't do it. And at this time, bro, I'm making plans to like get my own shit, get my own places and everything, right? But something was just telling me, man, you feel me? Like, nah, man, like this is not the time. You feel me? And you have certain people throwing personal jabs and everything with staying with your folks, man. But to me, I mean, that's more of a flex than anything. I have great parents. I have great parents and everything that see me through this journey and see me through this dream that I was pursuing. And they supported me through and through. And they seen the work I was putting in. And go check out JD's post, because he actually talked about that a little bit, about the work that I was putting in, right? I put in mad work into PC and trying to grow because I believed in that and I really wanted that to grow, right? I just believed that was the right decision for me. And again, this is no shade or anything. Like, no regrets from my part, right? There's no regrets. At the end of the day, I think we did something great together. I think we did something amazing together, and I'm completely proud of everything we've done, and no regrets at all, right? But I appreciate my family and I appreciate my parents and having two people around that can support me through this journey. You feel me? And now, and there was a timetable for me, right? In my mindset, I was like, you know what? The timetable was for me was, after a certain amount of time, 3 years. I actually gave myself 3 years. I said, if things aren't really what I'm thinking it was supposed to be, I just have to go and grind on some other things, right? And that's what happened. I hit that 3-year mark this year, and stuff was coming in well, but it wasn't well enough to the point where I'm like, all right, this is it. This is everything that I can build off of, right? So that was my main reason why I departed from Open Gym, because I was like, nah, I got to find something else. And that was the big reason why, because now I just had to find another job, because I gave myself that 3-year stretch, and the 3-year stretch wasn't there. But I communicated with Dave that I still want to be a part of this brand, right? But to rewind, because I don't want to get too far ahead, to rewind back to the military and the 2 months in, right? I was just coming out, being on shows and everything, having a good time with these guys, producing content, Dale, Ron, JD, Shaq. I seen the work Shaq and JD was doing a lot. And then they gave me the proposal of doing Gridiron, right? So at first, I told them, like, and I'll be real with y'all, like, I told them that, football isn't really my like forte. Like, I'm a fan of the sport. I think it's great, but it's not really like my forte. But I said, screw it, let's get into it, right? And then we really started Gridiron, and I had a talk with those guys, right? And I had a talk with those guys, and I said, yo, listen, I remember this was like at 3 to 4 months of me being a part of PC. I said, yo, I'm not here just for the ride. I'm not here just to be up here and just do the bare minimum of me just showing up, right? I said, I want to work on this with you guys. I want to build this with y'all. And I want y'all to know that I'm not just here for the ride, right? So I said, show me how to do things. Show me what I can do, and that I will do those things for you and with you so that we can make this the best that we can be, right? And JD and Shaq, I had that talk with them. And then JD showed me how to edit. And Shaq, gave me some stepstones of how to be, and great advice. And then when it was my time to take on Gridiron and really put a lot of work into that, I sat here and went crazy. And we did tons and tons and tons of work. In the beginning of Gridiron, though, this is the timetable. Like, I was kind of like settling in, still trying to figure some things out. It was me, Fluent, Bama, Ben, and LaRon. And I was just still trying to get a flow of this show and how it was going to go. And Gridiron got moved to a different YouTube account. We created our own. And for me, in my opinion, Gridiron in the beginning wasn't really that great for me. You feel me? Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't where I thought it should be. I didn't like it. And I think too many people was just too worried about not being the smart guy and what's it called. I was like, nah, like we have to have some energy here. There wasn't a lot of energy there in the beginning, like the beginning. So then what I did was, and I talked to Ron about this. I said, yo, Ron, I said, control on being the freaking host, bro. I was like, I'm about to turn the hell up. And what I did was, everybody has takes that they believe in, but a lot of the times they just don't want to share it like that because they know how much out of the ordinary it is, right? It's kind of difficult to prove. So in my mindset, I was like, all right, how can I be a way that's real and energetic? And my way was, all right, the things that I do believe in, but I kind of don't want to be that. I don't want to air it out like that because I don't want to be that type of guy or look like that type of person. I said, screw that. Take that filter off. I said, if I believe this, and even if the reasons could be completely the opposite, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to stand 10 toes down. And I put that energy forward, and I did that in Gridiron. I sparked up some talking points with me and Fluent, which then got everybody else kicking, clipping that up, working overtime. And people don't remember this. Back in that time, I was doing PC After Dark on top of working a full-time job at 7 a.m, on top of editing. So I had to cut like 2 or 3 months of me off of 2-3 hours of sleep, going crazy on the editing and doing Gridiron and just doing mad work, bro. Like mad work. That joint was tiring, fam. Not gonna hold you. Don't regret it though. I was doing all of that. And the YouTube account started going crazy, started booming up. Then what's it called? Then I was like, bet, let's keep this running. We came back to the Player's Choice platform and was really kept running it up. I left the other job I was working on. And I found another job of just helping small businesses out. It really started off with my friend. And then I just started networking and just every here and there gigs of just helping other small businesses get to where they need to do some mission statements and planning and everything like that. And I started really doing that while I was working on Gridiron and everything, right? And I was working on Gridiron. We were still on PC, you feel me? And we were just going, yo, bro, I'm so proud of that, bro. We was going crazy, man. We had so many good moments with Jordan and everything like that. We started going wild. And then what started going on, Mars came on, and Mars was a good addition. I'm not going to say he wasn't. Mars was a great addition, and we had a good time with him, and we kept it pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And then what happened was the new season, right? Football in 2021 season ended. We was heading into the 2022 season to like 2021 to 2022. I believe that was it. Or 2022 to 2023. I believe it was 2022 to 2023. We was heading into that football season, right? And I came up with the idea, right? I was like, you know what, bro? And this was like after Jason Williams was on the show. I think Chilltown Low came in for a bit, and they started networking, and then we're getting close with them and everything. And now I'm looking into the PC Gridiron. I'm like, bet, this is booming. TikToks are flowing. And when that new season came in, I started to, go to a new job because I'm like, yo, bro, like I couldn't keep doing this job for free, So I started trying to work on a new job and everything. And then I let JD and Shaq know, like, yo, I've been doing this for a while. We've been growing a lot. Can I get compensated for that? And they said yes. So I said, cool. They said yes. And then I left that opportunity that I was having with this other job. And I sat here and I dive in to this John right here, right? And in the beginning, before the season started, I said, yo, let's go 2 times a week. I made a whole post. I said, yo, everybody, we've been brainstorming about this. Let's go 2 times a week. That way we can get as much content out as possible that's relevant. Going on Wednesdays kind of leaves it. Going on Wednesday nights leaves it. So I only have Thursday and Friday to really work on stuff. And then by then, like those topics that happen on Sunday is kind of dead. Let's do shows where we have Monday and Tuesday. That way on Monday and Wednesdays, that way when we talk about the shows on Monday, on Tuesday, I can post and keep things that are relevant going on from the week that just happened, right? And I was talking about, and what happened was some people couldn't go. I kind of expected that some people couldn't go. Scheduling conflicts happen. But what happened from a certain Bama was he asked me, he said, well, why are we doing this? And I told him to push content and everything like that. He said, what makes you think that this is gonna work? And I was like, I said, bro, we got to do what we got to do to make things work, right? We've been grinding and going crazy right now, and we just think that this is the right decision to make. And then he said, well, since you don't really know what you're talking about, you're still new to this. I'm not going to jeopardize watching a sport that I love on Monday nights just for this right here. And just because I'm the biggest entertainer on the platform, I'm not doing our biggest entertainer on Gridiron. I'm not doing it. So then I was like, yo, Bama, like, that's kind of crazy. Like, how dedicated are you to this brand and what we're going to do if you can't even sacrifice some time watching a football game, bro? And we had some back and forths there and everything like that. Again, I'm not telling y'all to pick sides. This is the conversations that's happened. We had some back and forths and everything like that. He said he wasn't doing it. I said, cool, which forced my hand to then create another cast with Mookie, Nick, G Baby, Trent, and then myself. And it was great. I mean, the idea worked. We went twice a week, bunch of content that was relevant. It was going great. It was going crazy. Mookie was great. And people saying like, I'm saying I'm the most hated person on PC. And I was sitting there like, bro, like, I never said that in any of my videos. I never did it not once. The person I really thought who was the most hated on PC is Mookie. Mookie was the most hated person on PC. I swear. Not even close. I'll get into that a bit, but like that dude right there was the most hated person, bro. And so then we had that going on. And I had the Monday and Wednesday crew. So the Wednesday crew was like the main crew that started everything. And then we had the Monday crew, and we were just grinding, going crazy, right? And then on basketball, at that same time, since I was getting compensated, I was doing a lot of the clipping for the panel. So I was doing a lot of work for the panel, doing a bunch of segments as well for the panel, and also doing stuff for like Chill with Chill and other shows and everything like that. This was before Open Gym really like started and everything. So yeah, I was doing tons and tons and tons of clipping for them as well. And we were just killing it. And I was just like, bet, we're grinding, we're going and everything like that. But then there was also something. So I didn't realize that just because I made a whole nother cast that people had some disdain for me and they didn't like that I did that thing and came up with that idea, right? And nobody told me anything. They told Ron and everything, but nobody told me any of this at all. And what people started doing, they stopped showing up, wouldn't communicate with me on the times to show up for PC Gridiron, would not even let me know at all, just won't be there. And I'm not the type of person to be chasing people down, but they started not showing up for shows. So then I had to even further find other replacements because they weren't showing up with no communication. I'm like, bro, what the heck is going on? And I was like very young at that time. And I was like, bro, I'm not trying to sit here. They got their own thing. I'm not trying to hassle nobody. I don't like babysitting people. I don't like babysitting people at all. But those guys that made a video, they stopped showing up without letting me know anything. But then they stopped showing up. But then they're doing shows for like college football. And then they're doing other shows like the By Any Means thing. But even then, like that By Any Means thing, I told them like, yo, let's really revamp Gridiron and have all these football guests on Gridiron and everything like that to push that show forward. And then instead of putting them on Gridiron to enhance that, because we were still in the early stages of Gridiron and push that thing forward, we come up with a whole different show that only is getting 50 viewers. I'm like, bro, like, why are we even doing that? I kept it to myself. I figured Ron had something. Again, they're coming up with shows without even my like knowledge of that they're doing any of this, without even my input. And in my head, I'm like, bro, like, how are y'all going to do things on a football platform without even letting me know or asking for my input about any of this? That's crazy to me when A big reason why football came back to Players Choice was because of the work I was doing. So I'm just sitting there like, why are we wasting guests on a show that isn't even doing as good as Gridiron? They need to be on Gridiron, but I kept it to myself. I didn't want to piss nobody off. I just kept it to myself. Kept it pushing. And then I started working with the panel. Time goes on, open gyms going and everything like that. We have a good thing going. I think me and Mars had a little partnership duo, the Debonaires from Mars. Yo, that John was funny, bro. That John was funny. The Debonaires from Mars and everything like that. And then what's it called? And then as we continued, everything was good from then on out. I think Low was having the Twitter battles and everything like that. Everything was good. Shout out to Nick from the Tri-State, bro. Teamwork make the dream work. Yeah, so like everything from then on, we were just going. PC weekend happened, and people talking like Bama and J-Rob talking about like, number one, the whole talking crazy thing. I want to address that. Like this whole talking crazy thing. I need people to understand that we have all, like no one's innocent in that category. Everybody has talking crazy to each other at one point in time. Every single person. There is no one innocent in that category in terms of like the disrespect. We have all disrespected each other at that point. Every single one. And that's an issue. And I'll admit to that. That shouldn't have been the case. But we have had certain points in time of disrespecting each other. Mars, even like y'all have to understand, like just because you're not cursing don't mean you don't disrespecting people. Being condescending, telling people that they're dumb, calling them stupid. Mars just did that the other day to Swiper. And Swiper's a pretty respectful dude. He keeps things cordial. And Mars did that to Swiper. Like let's not act as if he's not disrespectful as well. And everyone in PC knows this too. The chat is the only one that just doesn't see the key in on that. I don't know why. But so like, and I even had a conversation with him about this in the Discord. I told y'all a long time. I said, Discord Mars, this is back when he was in the PC Discord. I said, that man is old. He said, that man is going crazy. I was like, that PC, I was like, yo, that man is going crazy, man, on the PC Discord, because I had a conversation with him. I was like, yo, bro, I said, you can't really be saying that to people and everything. And he was like, well, if somebody's dumb, they're just dumb. Somebody's stupid, they're just stupid. They can't be mad at me. I said, if they're mad at me because I'm calling them stupid, it is what it is. I said, bro, well, that's what gets you slapped. And the crazy thing about it, like a lot of people, when I had that conversation, was trying to defend him. And in my head, I'm like, you can like a guy and respect their opinion because of what they're talking about. What's it called? Because of how they're talking about basketball and everything. But bro, like if something's right and it's wrong, like come on, bro. Like that's just disrespectful. And just because Mars is Mars and who he is, don't mean you have to agree with what he's saying. Like that was just crazy to me, right? So shout out for PC. I don't know who is this, but shout out to Claire and PC for being here, man. Appreciate you guys, bro. Appreciate you guys a lot. And I got nothing but love for Ron, Dave, Shaq, man. True inspirations for me, man. I'm not even gonna hold you. And then the whole thing about like people trying to say that, oh yeah, wait, let me go back to the timeline. I'm sorry. Let me go back. So like we're going, PC weekend happens and we're all on good footing. Like I'm thinking we're all on good footing. We have a good time. People saying like Bama and J-Rob saying like I'm just mad because Low felt some more type of way because Mars. I mean, that's not even true. Like I think me and Low spent more time together than Mars and him. And in my head, I'm like that don't even make sense. And even then, like me and Mars' relationship, if you go back to the open gym shows right after PC weekend, we were great. Like we were great. I thought that was probably the best version of our relationship with each other. The timetable, how the disconnect between me and Mars started happening was probably, when do we say, I'll probably say back in late 2023, probably like December, November. That's when the disconnect really happened. And let me finish this story, Lo, and then I'll drop it. Let me finish the story because you're gonna derail me a bit. Let me finish the story because I'm like 3/4 of the way there, right? 3/4. And so yeah, like that's when really it happened. And what happened was as we're going through this, as we're going through PC Gridiron, and I also want to mention about like the press box thing and all the other shows. You know what the crazy part about that, when they came up with the more shows like press box and everything, y'all had an issue with me when I asked y'all to show up twice a week. For y'all to therefore do shows where you need to be there 3 to 5 times a week. Now, I'm not going to sit here and like them just allude to like their feelings and what they think. At the end of the day, they haven't told me what they felt. And again, I haven't told them how I felt. So I'm not going to sit here and say they did that because they hated me or they did this. No, I'm saying it kind of looks freaking fishy that you couldn't go 2 days a week, but then you're doing shows where you're going 3 to 5 times a week. That looks fishy to me. Again, I'm just stating you facts. You guys could come up to whatever opinion y'all want. The disconnect with me and Mars really like happened when I actually left Open Gym. When I had to leave Open Gym, Mars stopped talking to me on shows, turned his camera off and everything, and just acted like I wasn't there, right? And I'm not gonna lie, did I handle that the best? Probably not. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I acted the best. I didn't, you know? But yeah, that's when the disconnect really started happening. And then that's when, I started taking personal shots and everything like that. And then he kept spamming me, L-dub this, L-dub that, man. And I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. I guess we're here. And that's really the timeline with that. But again, I left Open Gym mainly because I had a job, bro. Like I gotta work. You feel me? And so we just kept pushing and everything like that. And then what happened was we were having some discussions about Gridiron and our next steps forward of Gridiron, what we were going to do. And then in my mind, it had to come to the conclusion of, we just had to revamp Gridiron, right? But again, now I was back in the same spot as I was before, where a lot of this work I was about to put in was about to be for free. So I had a conversation with J-Rob and Bama, and I gave them a little game plan of what was going on and what we could have done to really revamp this. But what I told them was, I said, and this is word for word, I said, there's been a lot of things that's been going on with this thing, with this football thing. A lot of decisions that was made without my approval or even consideration. I said, that has got to stop. I said, that has got to stop, especially if I'm about to put in all this work for free. And I was like, listen, I can sit here and do all of this, and I could show you guys what to do and give y'all a game plan of what y'all can do. But I know the work I'm about to put in. I was like, I'm not about to do all of this unless I have like the final say of what's going on, and so that I can lead this in the direction that I want it to go, right? People lost it, man. Why are you talking like this? Because I'm not gonna say, did I say it in the best voice possible? No, I did say it pretty sternly. Why are you talking like this? You weren't talking like this before, yada yada yada. And I'm like, bro, this is just what it is. I said, if y'all was asking for the same thing, I would give that to you as well. I think that's fair if you're gonna put the work in. If that's something you wanted, it's for free. Go ahead, brother. I'm with you. And it was the conversation was terrible. Disrespect, words being thrown, this isn't everything on both sides, not even just one, on both sides, bro. And that was the last time I talked to J-Rob and Bama. The last time. So when Bama then hits me up the next time in June, I think of last week, he's asking me about money and editing for money. The last time we talked was a conversation where we exchanged words, where we both said we will fight each other. And we're talking about, and you're going to ask me about money? Not checking up, not trying to see how everything is, seeing how I feel about everything. I'm like, money, bro? I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And the crazy part is, He knew about some Jones that was going on with my grandmother. He didn't even ask me about anything with that. Probably didn't even know that she passed away. The next thing you hit me up, it's about money, fam. Why am I going to even talk? Why am I even going to entertain that, fam? Would you? Chat, ask yourselves this. Would you entertain somebody, bro? Would you entertain somebody where the last time you had a crazy confrontation, they don't ask about anything that's going on with you and your family when they knew some things was going on and they ask you about money, man? But now again, I shouldn't have asked that, but I'm just giving y'all what has happened. I'm giving y'all facts of which has happened. And I want to go back to this because people was talking about me being fake with like Shaq and Dave. Again, me and Dave and Shaq, we have a great relationship. I love those guys. Oh, I love those guys. Love those guys, man. Dave showed his support. Shaq didn't really know like that about like my grandmother and everything. I assume he didn't. But Dave showed his support. He was there for me. Appreciate him and everything. He has all my respect, right? And again, I do not want, and this is what I don't want, I do not want y'all to be against Players' Choice at all. I think that's a beautiful brand and everything. I think we're great in what we've done. It's just a certain little few things, you feel me? But to rewind, when people are talking about being fake, but then I'm going to talk about Mookie was the most hated on PC. And those same people that's talking about me being fake hated him too. They hated him too. When Mookie took a break the first time, words that was spoken to me from J-Rob was, fuck him. That's fine. I'm happy about that. Bama didn't care when he left the first time. Then when he comes back, when you have your own shows, you're fine with him being on your shows when you have told me out your mouth that you hate that dude, that you don't even like him. So you're fine with him being on your shows, but you're hating when he's on my shows. That doesn't make sense to me, man. And Mookie, out of everyone, I had a conversation with J-Rob, Bama, and Mookie. I said, bro, for the 2023-24 NFL season, let's all be on Gridiron to revamp this shit, to really make this bigger than Open Gym, because I believe that we can do it. One person answered that. One person actually followed through with that call, and that was Mookie. The rest of them didn't even show up. Bama and J-Rob didn't even show up. They told me, yeah, they didn't even show up. They couldn't even have told me like, oh, I'm just busy with all these other shows. They just didn't show up and didn't tell me anything. Now, again, I'm not telling y'all to pick sides. I'm giving y'all the facts of what's happened. These are facts that happened. And then Bama, for me, for Bama, the crazy part with Bama with me, and I want you guys to know, I love these guys. Like before April, because I found out about all of this in April of 2024. I found out about all of this in April of 2024, fam, about this like disconnect and everything. And then they brought up a video that I did when I went out my way to talk to them to try to reconcile with that and telling them, bro, I thought we was cool. I thought we was friends. I joke a lot like that with my friends. Bama over here calling me a gas station clerk. $1 more. Y'all remember that? He was calling me a gas station clerk. So I'm like, cool. Like that's the dynamic of our relationship. We always clowning on each other, right? So when I did the video and that they're mad about it, I'm like, damn, why are they mad? I thought this was our dynamic. So I went out my way to talk to Bama. Bama said he didn't have an issue. It didn't matter to him. I said, okay, cool. Went out to my way to talk to J-Rob. I had a whole conversation with him, apologized and everything. And then I'm like, bro, you bringing this up? Why are you even bringing this up? That don't make sense. Gas station clerk was funny as hell. I thought it was funny. And I said, bro, if y'all did that same thing to me, it would be cool with me. And what's it called? Let me send Lo this link real quick, man. Lo, if you're still here, check your Telegram, bro. Where's Lo at? Check your Telegram, brother. So I'm just sitting there like, I'm like, okay, like I went out my way to try to talk to you guys. I went out my way to try to be cool and friends with y'all, man. And it's like, and when y'all were upset with me, I went out my way to talk to y'all when I knew that y'all were upset with me. It is what it is. Yo, and hey, and Claire could tell you, yeah, bro. It's tons of emotion, bro. Tons of emotion. Tons of it. I'm not gonna say no. You know, it's just sad. It's funny, Claire, the main one that'd be like, yo, can y'all stop? Like, can y'all? Oh, hold up, Lo. What if I text it to you, man? Let me text it to you because this isn't. Oh my God! Now I got Real Talk calling me. Yo.
Speak your truth, gang. Keep speaking your truth, gang.
I'm almost done, brother. I'm almost done,
Speak
man.
your truth, bro. Speak your truth, bro. Let it be known.
So appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna get back onto this.
And I know Lo about to be nasty, bro. I know Lo about to be nasty.
We'll see. All right. I'll talk to you later, brother. But yeah, bro, like, and again, like, I didn't want to say any of this because at the end of the day, bro, it's like, at the end of the day, bro, I'm just sitting here like, come on. I'm like, I didn't want this at all. And Claire, yes, I have held myself accountable. I have said that no one's innocent here. I think a lot of people, no one's innocent. I think we all have some room to blame for everything that's happened, right? So my only thing was, if I am doing something wrong, please talk to me. You know, like, just talk to me, please. Like, sometimes I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or you're feeling a type of way. Like, let me know. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get things done, bro. You feel me? And yeah, that was the issue, bro. Communication was for sure the main issue there, right? But again, my time on PC was great. I thought it was fun. I thought it's dope. And again, I'm just over here. It's funny to me too. Like, this all funny, bro. Like, making a big deal out of this for what, man? Like, it's whatever. I just wanted to keep y'all up to date.
Can you hear me now, Dub? You hear me?
Hold up, wait. I can't hear you right now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to say was, Bama, I need you to understand something. That you talk about talking to crazies and stuff. You talk a lot. And there was a point in time where you talk crazy to somebody that used to be a bigger face on that show than you. And you talk so crazy to that man that he told me verbatim, the Beatles kicked off their drummer, needed to kick off their drummer in order for them to succeed. And that man wanted you gone, and I did not entertain that. And he wanted you gone because you was talking crazy to him. But go ahead, bro.
No, man, this is a lot, man. There's a lot of nasty stuff going on, man. You know, apparently I broke up the duo that is Mars and
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, you they don't know, bro.
There's only 2 or 3 things I need to say. A, the idea that I broke up Dub and Mars is ridiculous, especially because out of everyone, because Dub was jealous, out of everyone that's on PC or has ever been affiliated with PC, I speak to Dub more than literally anyone, and it's not even close. And that's especially during and after PC weekend. So let's also reiterate that. And Mars has also said that that wasn't true either. So that's also, let's reiterate that as well. Secondly, I'm not going to go into too much details, but as many people know, the reason why I stepped away from PC is very similar to what Dub is doing right now as well. And it's just solely because some decisions that were made beyond our control led us down that path. And to the point where I just believe that decisions were made that unfortunately put the platform in a direction that I did not agree with whatsoever. This is before anything that had to do with ticket, because I wasn't even there during that stretch over the last like 6 to 8 months. So let's be clear with that as well. And moreover, I think everyone, because I even watched JD's video as well yesterday, which is crazy. I've been keeping up with what everybody's saying.
Damn.
I think that everyone needs to really sit back and look at what happened to PC almost like 2 years ago, because the views, the energy, the momentum is nowhere near close to being the same. It's not even remote. I want people to go back and rewatch the panel. Bro, there was a point in time where the panel was getting, because I see people talking about, oh, I'm not there no more, and the views are still the same, and tickets not there no more, and the views are up and down, bro. And we're talking about where we are right now, bro. There was a point in time where the panel was pulling like 80,000 on the low end, around 150 average, and had episodes where it was pulling 200, almost 300,000. I think people need to really, and also because even to JD's video, and this, I'm saying it's not even just like me flexing like, oh, it was because of me was there, because I think even when JD was trying to outline it, I think he grossly underestimated the power of what everybody did, because JD said something like along the lines that from a TikTok standpoint, I believe that Jason Williams did pull in a lot of numbers, but I genuinely believe that where it was at its best had a lot to do with Chill, JD, Ron, me, even Ticket. I mean, me and people think I hate Ticket. Even Ticket was a part of that. Fluent, Dub, Mars, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it genuinely had a lot to just do with the fact that it was a great core of people. And this is before a lot of the other shows kind of spawned and stuff like that. But I think that a lot of people should take onus and grace and a lot of the highs that went along with it, because I do not believe, and I did not join and nor stayed because Jason Williams was there. That's not why I stayed and why I joined, obviously, because Jason Williams wasn't there after like 3 or 4 episodes.
Nah, Lo has said this numerous times. He loved it. It was great, and he was there because he was bought in.
Yes.
You know? And that's what and he was coming on the show, even like Jason Will came before you, but you was coming on the show like more times than Jason Will, and meeting after that. You feel me?
Yes.
I remember you did one right after that show, and then you did one talking about like Karl Malone and everything like that. Like,
yes,
you just really like the community, man. And salute to you, bro.
So yeah, I think that everybody, as everybody's taking a step back and reflecting, needs to give themselves a lot of credit, because I think I had a lot more to do with a lot of other people. But as I said before, and I've said this to Dub behind the scenes, and I've said this to Dub, Mars, Ron, and me and Shaq have had endless conversations about certain decisions that were made with PC. And at the end of the day, it's not my channel, so I don't have like the end all be all creative control on it whatsoever. But so at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to do with the channel. However, the thing I'll end on this. What you said about how you feel like you should have creative control, unfortunately, I mean, you can't, because it's not your channel. It's not, but that was you doing things for free and believing that you should have some more say so on things. I wholeheartedly agree with that. And I'm gonna double down with this concept and say, because I watched Bama's and video, and I agree with some of the stuff they said as well. But the one thing I vehemently disagree in is that this idea that Shaq and them, or however the money came in, should have taken care of themselves. And that's just how it goes. You're supposed to take care of yourself first, and then that leads into decisions that are supposed to be made. I completely disagree with that. Completely disagree with that. Anybody who's ever built a channel, especially to any extent, like right now, my channel, the low post I just made like 5 months ago, I have not seen a dime from that channel. Majority of things, entities that I have built over the past 3 to 5 years, I don't see a dime from, and it was making a significant amount of money. When I was doing playback, when I was doing the peer-to-peer podcast, I was not seeing any money from that at all. And that just comes with the fact that when you build something, a lot of the, well, let me not say any, because towards the tail end, I started seeing money from it. But when you building an entity, you're putting a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, because your value in it is the equity, not necessarily how much money you get paid on a day-to-day basis.
And that was the thing, right? And I want everyone to clarify, I did get paid for a good portion of my work. But I said when there was another time where I couldn't get paid for that same amount of work, the only thing I wanted, not from Shaq or Dave, but from the group of LeBron, Bama, and J-Rob, I said, if anything's going to get passed through up to those guys, I said, I'm the person that's going to have the final say in all of this, because I knew I was going to be putting in a ton of the work. You feel me?
And I agree with that wholeheartedly. Other people may not, and I feel like there may be a way that you can better say it if the conversation ain't bowled over well.
And I'll agree with that. I don't think I probably have said it in the best way.
Yes.
And I'll admit to that. You feel me? I don't think I probably said it in the best way possible. But we just gotta keep going through. Like I said, I'm not fully innocent. But nobody in here is fully innocent. You feel me? And I think that's important to recognize. And I didn't want this shit to come to this, bro. But when things are just being said about you and points of views are being said about you, just like, it's just not true. You just gotta do what you gotta do, So it's what it is. You feel me?
And with that said, I don't know the details, everything that happened. I just know that 3 things. A, people need to give themselves more credit for building and helping out PC. It wasn't just Jason Williams, because I saw when I was listening to JD's, and I don't even think JD meant it that way. I was like, bro,
JD does this a lot.
You're giving a lot of credit to Jason Williams. You had a lot to do with it.
JD does this a lot. It's not that he just starts talking and everything, and then he'll just start veering off, and then he'll just go. You feel me? So like, that's another reason why I want JD to understand, bro. And I think he even knows this. Man, what we did together was great. I loved it. And it wasn't just like Will.
Y'all hear me?
No, we did so many things right, bro. And it was perfect, bro.
And I'll further and say, and I may have said this. I think I said this to Shaq, but I don't think I've said this to. I think I said this to JD there as well. And I know I said this to Dub. I've worked with several different content creators, in particular, like the top 5 biggest group that's on the platform right now.
Mm-hmm.
The way that JD and Claire had PC Weekend running was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the execution that came behind that and everything they did and how they were managing that, were doing, what JD and Claire was doing behind the scenes was amazing. So I just want to be clear. I think that people should really give themselves way more credit for how they did things, how things worked out, and what their contributions have been to building. And I think JD is probably just being modest, and I think that's fair.
He's a very modest and humble guy.
Yeah. I think he's just being modest, but I think he needs to be a bit more fair to himself. But that's it. I didn't break up Dub and Mars.
Nah, you did, bro. You did, man. You hurt my feelings, bro.
And niggas keep saying, I'm like, bro, I didn't break up Dub and Mars.
It was when I heard that, bro, I literally started laughing. I'm like, and that's the thing, like, I haven't communicated with these guys on anything that I felt, like anything at all. So like a lot of things is just fabricated or assumed, and it's like you can't say how people feel off of that. You gotta at least go with what they have actually told you, and everything that I've said today are quotes and facts that just literally has happened. And you guys can take you can take whatever information y'all want with that and do with it as you will, bro. But that's just all I got to say on this matter, man. I'm ready for next week, man. Y'all ready?
I don't even know what you're doing next week. But shout out
Real
to
talk.
PC. Shout out to PC. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, oh, that thing. Oh,
oh,
yeah,
Plug
yeah,
that
oh,
up,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
I
yeah.
threw the live. You said I don't know what we're doing next week.
Oh,
Look at Low. Look at Low.
I thought we was keeping it a surprise.
Yeah, no, we are though. No, we are. It'll be the title of it will be Real Talking Friends, the pop out stream.
Okay.
That would be
Okay.
that'll be the title of it. But also I just wanted to respond to somebody in the chat, CP9, who said I think I'm part of the team. I don't know what team you're referring to, but I am a supporter of Dub. Dub is one of my friends, so I'm supporting Dub. I don't know if that's a problem with you or not. But I do also want to say something just very briefly. Dub, because we do have open and honest conversations. So I do just want your response to this, because this is some people's thought process, right?
Go ahead.
If you have a problem with multiple people, like some people would question at some point, do you think that you would need to look at you and see if you're doing something, if all of these, like if you're not fostering good relationships?
You're the common denominator.
Yeah, but no, I do acknowledge that as well. But what can I do to fix it if there's nothing being said? Or like, what can I do to sit here and try to maneuver if like there's issues with me that I have no clue about? You know, like I'm open for that. Like I'm not claiming to be the perfect person. I'm not sitting here going to talk like I'm the perfect person, right? But how am I going to sit here and be somebody that you want me to be when there's no communication? You feel me? And
I agree with that. And and further, when Real Talking, I was watching on stream. What's the other gentleman name that's a Bulls fan?
Oh, Hayes.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, you deserve to have a problem with him.
Yeah, he was.
That was the last. That was a straw that that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I said, bro, this is every show now. I said, I can't do this no more, man.
That was the way that he was responding. I was like, bro, that's just ridiculous. That's crazy. I've never ever
that one right there. And you know what's so
crazy.
funny, Lo? That one right there, I tried my absolute best to not be on no shit. Like I tried my absolute best, and I'm like, dang, bro, like I guess we here, man. I said that's the one where I'll be like, nah, bro, dude was just tripping. Everyone else though, I can understand why I can understand that, right? But there's also people that extremely love me because of what I'm able to do, you know? So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's anecdotal, you know? It's anecdotal.
And do you think that, because I do think that you are one of the main reasons or a key reason on building PC. So leaving a platform that you were kind of there from the get-go and had a lot to do with it expanding and growing, like pause. But
oh my god.
But I'm just saying though, like, do you think that leaves some room to rejoin PC? Like, I feel like you should. I feel like, you know, maybe this is a time period, maybe this is a phase, but you were there from the get go. You feel me? Like,
well, and real talk, that's more of the reason why I'm still trying my best to keep doors open. You feel me? I'm still trying my best. You know, I don't want to sit here and be like, F this and F that and F. No, I don't want to. I'm just telling people what it is, and this is just what's happened. A lot of videos is being made right now is because of what other people are saying. So I'm trying my best still to keep that relationship with them guys, because we probably been around for 3 years together. I love those guys. I love a lot of people in there. And I think I'm still proud of everything that we've done together, man. Everything. I'm so proud of it. And I'll never take any of it back. So for sure in the future, maybe things can happen, but at least for the the up and coming future, right now I'm just gonna be out here doing my own thing, and it's much love for everybody else and respect to whatever they got going on, you know.
All right, man. I gotta try to upload this video before this draft.
I'll never forgive you for breaking up me and Mars, man. I'll never forgive
That's
you.
just disgusting, man.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mars and Doug. Shout out to the chat. And Again, shout out to PC. I don't have any real malice. It's just
that's a lie. That's a lie.
No, the only malice I think I would have is towards Ticket. Towards Ticket. But you know, it's so funny.
Lo, you got to make up your mind. Either you about to not fuck with PC, either you about to keep telling us.
All right. Real talk. I love you, brother, but hey, Lo, appreciate you, man.
Wait, let me say this.
Okay,
for all the malice I might have for, I guess, Ticket. How much how much grace behind the scenes did I have for a lot of that stuff that was going on, Dub?
I'm not gonna lie, Lo didn't agree with a lot, but he sat here and put up with a lot of it. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm talking about when the whole Ticket stuff came through. When that stuff went through, how much grace?
Oh, a lot.
Yes, okay. Because people wanted me to jump out the window and make a whole bunch of videos exposing, and no. So for everybody who thinks that I hate the platform and I want the platform to be over with, or because I see niggas in the chat saying, "Oh, Lo told y'all, Lo was right. You should have got rid of Lo. Lo was." I'm like, God,
nah, Lo wants the same thing as me. Like we just want everybody to succeed, and even though that maybe we can't be eye to eye and together right now, at the end of the day, I don't want to do anything that could really jeopardize anyone else and what they got going on.
Thanks.
And Lo feels the same exact way, right? But again, appreciate y'all. Appreciate you for joining up, Lo. Real talk. Appreciate everyone for being here. Like the video, subscribe. But that was a little. And again, appreciate PC for everything we've been able to do together. And let's be chatty patties behind the scene, bro. Go ahead and this real quick.
Yeah, shout out Maria knows best.
Shout out to Mario, man. She's been an OG since the Clubhouse days, man.
Nigga,